So in the key of C, so before now I broke down the song in the key of D. I will break it down in the key of C. I won't break it down on any other key unless I get a request to. Yeah, so I don't just break down different keys without you guys watching. So I'll break down in the key of C because of my beginners, those are in my academy, in my beginners course, those are into that in the course. It will be of advantage to you to hear a song like this and kind of see the approach that was used. So we have for the intro, we have 4, 3, let's go 4, 2, 6, 1. That's 4, 2, 6, 1. That's how the progression of the song goes. But because we want to make it sound like it, use the chords that they use, which is they use 9 chords, 7 chords to make the song very full. And yes, you've been learning all of these chords in the beginner's course, and this is a way to apply it. It is always an advantage when a song come out, or you have playlist of songs you've arranged, and you try to put all the chords you've been learning from the theory part of this academy for those of you that are in the beginner lesson. So you're trying to add those chords into real life. So the more you add it into real life, your questions reduce. Oh, why do you always use chords like this? How? Why? How is that a 7? How is this a 6? And how do I use it? So it is when you learn songs and saw how they used it. That's when you can know how to also use it. Okay, so the very first chord is a 4. So you're going to be playing our 4 like this. So you might be familiar with this chord already. You should, especially for my students, the one that are in my beginner's course. That's an F major 7. Then for the 2 also. So, but because in the song I was hearing pen like that. Yeah. Then for the 6, I was hearing something like now let me see. Let me go and look for what I played for the 6 in the key of D. So I played mi, sol, la, do. So I played mi, sol, la, do. Mi, sol, la, do. So that's the chord we need. So we have this. Okay, so for the verse, we have this first chord. That's your F major 7. Then for the 2 chord, we have this with D minor 7. So my right hand is just doing. Then my left hand is doing. So together. Then for my 6, I'm playing this. So I could do that here. You could play it here or you play it here. That's for my 6. Then for the other chord, I was doing as a C major 9. Or you can choose to remove the 9 and play that. But I think I like the 9 in there. So together I have fuck off, chord, 3 chord, 3 chord, 3 chord, 6 chord, 6 chord, to the 1 chord, 1 chord. Do you see? So that's it for like the verse. That's it for the verse. Then we have this other part that says Then another part, when you're coming back, you have 4. That's like going towards the ending of verse 1. So you have a 4, 2, 6. So this part is the part that leads you to one thing I know. You understand? So you play this part before you get to one thing I know. So instead of you keep playing 4, 2, then a 6, then you play a 1. This one you remove it and now play a 5. That's when you are trying to enter this part that says one thing I know. So let's just play it and see. 4, 2, then a 6, then a 5. Then you now have one thing I know. 4, one thing I 5 to the 4 to the 5 to the 1 again. One thing I 4, one thing I 5 to the 4 to the 5 1. Then you now enter the verse 2. You continue verse 2 again. You continue the groove. 4, 3, sorry, 4, 2, 6 to the 1. Then for the chorus that says be still my soul. So let me play that so you hear it. Be still my soul. I got easy control, be still my soul, be still my I got easy control. So let's break down that part. So we have, for that part, it's just going to be a 4 chord, be still. Let's use a be still. I'm trying to use that. Be still. So you could use that. We use this chord for the chorus. So I'm trying to get that melody still, but I don't want to make it sound too basic, so I just make it a 7 chord. Instead of me playing it like this, I just added that 7th. So be still my soul. So I could do fa, so. So let me give you different parts. So I could do be still my soul. God, easy control, easy control, easy control. That's a 4 chord again. So let's do it again. Be 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 4. You see, from the 5, 6, 7, 1, easy control. You play like that, or you can still choose to make it sound more melodious in the same way, in the sense that I would do be still my soul. So I could do be still my soul. Then I can also play a diminished chord to just give you this easy control. You see, so you can choose any of that part and it will still sound okay to the song. This part where I added a diminished to that 7 is because I wanted it to have this, that kind of feeling. I'm deciding. I could have heard it in the song, but I'm deciding, or I could just choose to make it this. Oh my God is in control. So all the chords that are in the song, these are all the song chords in the song. It's now left for you to now listen to the song and try to, maybe the other part where she was repeating some other parts, repeating and repeating all over again. So it's now left for you to be able to kind of figure out those parts and know the chords to play there. So at times there was another point she just stayed on. That's a 4/6. She stayed on the 4/4/6. 4/6. She stayed there for a while. So it's not left for you to be able to cut out those parts. So that is it in the key of C. I've broken it down. I did a play along in the key of D, which is the original key, and I also broke it down in the key of D. So this breakdown is in the key of C. So let me give this to some of my beginner students that I would watch to this extent. So in order to grow more, so you see the way I just explained the chords to you, told you what they are, and the movement of what's happening in the song. You can go to another key of your choice. Let's say you've already learned the major scale and the diatonic chords in the key of F sharp. So you can say, let me try it out. Okay, it started with a 4 chord, but the 4 chord is a major 7. Where is the major 7 for the 4? It's this. So I could put it here. I could do it here. And the next chord was a 2 chord. Okay. Then the next chord was a 6 chord. Then the next chord was a 1 chord. You see, so you're kind of already getting the chords of the song into your heads. So that's me just trying to play it and see it in the key of F sharp, which is something you can do. So for the keys you are currently working on, maybe weekly, I don't know how you've said it for yourself. So what you can just tell yourself is, let me try and move it to this particular key, and this is how you grow. All right, guys, see you in another one. Bye.